it's Omicron. Falcon hates puns and thinks that they're all wrong. One's American and one is an Aussie. Talking about StarCraft 2 and the esports scene.
Well, hello. Can't help but notice your new Discord icon.
It's pretty great, isn't it?
It is.
Don't worry, it's temporary.
Okay. All right. So, as per the terms of our agreement, I sent Omicron some pictures of me as a teenager and a couple of me younger than that. And does that fulfill the terms?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yep.
So digital photography had not been invented when I was a teenager. So I went into my garage where all the things that are stored related to my childhood and pulled out actual photos that were printed on photo paper and scanned them into my PC and then sent them to Omicron.
That's amazing.
Yes, it was a whole ton of work. Okay, it wasn't a whole ton of work.
It was like those 4 steps.
It was. Part of it, I mean, I have a lot of, I have more photos of myself than I thought I did, just out in a box. It's like trying to find the ones that are teenaged age, because I have some from around like 4, and it's like, well,
Yeah.
yeah, everyone's cute when they're 4. Like, what do you want from me? But one of my favorite photos, it's the smallest one. I can't find a bigger version of it, but it's the one where I've got big glasses and I'm wearing a purple shirt. And I've got a Bowlcut.
Yeah.
That one, that one's one of my all-time favorites. Like
that giant glasses.
Yeah.
Those things are huge, like comically big glasses.
Yes, like adult size on a child's face for some reason. I don't know, man. Parents do stuff with kids. I'm sure you did things because your parents were like, "Here, do this," and you're like, "Okay, I'm 8. What do you want with me?"
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm growing up. So let's see. When did this start? When I was like 2, maybe younger than that. What am I?
You look like a less attractive Raynor.
Well, Rainer's adorable. You can't compete with Rainer. That's not fair at all.
Yeah, but the glasses are like the same size.
That's true. He just pulls them off better.
Yeah.
Plus, he's older than I am in this photo anyway.
True.
So one day my aunt's visiting, and she's like, does he have a lazy eye? Or one of his eyes going in the wrong direction? And my parents are like, what? And they looked, and they're like, oh, yeah, kind of. So, yeah, they took me in, and they're like, oh, yes, he's got a lazy eye. There's a more technical term for it. I can never remember what it is. And so they put an eye patch over my dominant eye to force my lazy eye to, like, get in line. So I wore that for a couple of years. I've got some photos of me wearing an eye patch and glasses, which I'm sure was just a hit with the ladies.
An eye patch and glasses. They couldn't have at least given you like an eye patch that connects into glasses on the other side, so it's like part strap, part ear hook thing.
Ooh, that would have been cool. Look, man, this was like 1986, okay? I don't know what cool stuff they had in 1986. They didn't have free thinkers like you running around the optometry industry. They were just like, look, back 20 years ago, we were just taking the kid's eye out. Be grateful for what you're getting now.
Fair. Today we're like shooting lasers into it and stuff.
I don't know if you could do that for a lazy eye. I don't know what they do today. Maybe laser surgery is a thing, but. So anyway, I wore that, and then I had glasses forever, and eventually my eyes just kind of learned to work together cosmetically. So my right eye still does all the work. Entirely. My left eye, and again, talking to my optometrist about this a few years ago, last time I went, he was like, I don't know why this is kind of weird, this is happening, but your eyes are not doing stereoscopic vision. They're not working in tandem to provide your brain with a 3-dimensional image like most people, but your left eye is just playing along like it is, visually. So that's great. Enjoy it. And I'm like, cool, that's great.
Your left eye's like the one kid whistling in the crowd who doesn't know what to actually do, and he's just holding his mouth there going...
Yeah, or not even, like, just mouthing. Like, not even whistling, really. Yeah, and so I wore I'm not sure why I wore glasses for as long as I did. I don't know if they were trying to, like, fix my left eye so it would do stereoscopic stuff or what, but I did glasses for a long time, and then I wore contacts for a couple of years, and then I was just like, let's try nothing, and nothing's been great. So I've been doing nothing for like 20 years now, and it's fantastic.
Fair enough.
I should ask my parents. I'm like, why was I wearing glasses? What were they trying to do?
Make you look smart.
I guess.
Keep them women's away.
Maybe that's what it was. The parents were like, I gotta keep the women away.
It's true. Women are like a gateway to fun things, and fun things lead to things that kids shouldn't be doing.
Yes, true fact.
Yeah, they just want to protect you and your sweet, sweet innocence.
I mean, I'm sure that was a massive motivation for a lot of the parenting I went through as a kid, but makes sense. We'll roll with that. So anyway, that's why some of the photos I have glasses, but most of them I don't, because I think by the time I was like 14, I was like, screw this. We're not going to do glasses anymore. And it's been fine. If I'm really tired, like I got 3 hours of sleep last night, and it's been a long time. My left eye will just kind of start to drift around a little bit, but you kind of have to be looking for it to notice. But other than that, it kind of does its thing.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Fair enough.
So anyway, the purple outfit. Have I told you the story of the first time I wore the purple outfit?
No.
Okay, so I'm in 6th grade. And I'm, for the life of me, cannot remember how these clothes came to pass. I'm not sure if we went to the store and I was like, "Ooh, yeah, these," or my mom was like, "Ooh, yeah, these," because again, I was in 6th grade. It's kind of in between. And so it is. You can't see this in the picture, but it's a purple shirt and it's purple shorts, and it's incredible. And I walk into 6th grade, and this girl I sat next to looked at me and just burst out laughing. She was laughing so hard. And my poor little primitive brain was like, what? The colors match. Isn't that all that really matters here? Yeah. So that's a great one.
I'm trying to work out what was on that shirt, that purple shirt.
Oh. This is just, I think, geometric designs. It's very, 94, 95.
It's very 90s art style.
Yeah. When we're in love with kind of geometric shapes and designs and brighter colors like neons and stuff, and purples, obviously. Yeah, it was an interesting time for fashion.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a good time. So these photos will be put in places. I'm not sure what Somicron is planning on doing with these, but they're in his hands now. May God have mercy on all of our souls.
They'll make their way to places.
I am sure that they will. I'm sure they'll take me by surprise.
Yep.
Yeah. So, trying to remember what was it going to be if you lost again?
I would have had to play the entirety of Halo. The second level of Halo on Lasso by myself.
Oh yeah, that would have been glorious.
Hours of
I
frustration.
need to keep that in my back pocket.
Go for it.
You should practice Halo.
I should, but I'm not going to sit there and practice it just in case I need it.
That's true. And also, you don't have time to practice Halo. You're too busy playing Final Fantasy VII Remake.
I am indeed. Yes.
So how many hours do you have in it now?
6.
Nice. So far, how is it?
Well, 6 hours is an interesting number. Because this entire game, where it ends compared to the original, in the original you can get to that point in 6 hours.
Oh wow. Okay.
Right. That's not like speedrunning it either. That's like a leisurely whatever % average player. So I would say knowing what events will unfold and not knowing what they've added, I would say I'm maybe a third of the way through.
Okay.
Right?
So
at least the original events, I'm a third of the way through.
Yeah.
It is really good.
Okay. You think they nailed it?
But
then?
it is not. Yes, I think they've done a fantastic job, but it is not perfect. Mainly, the reason why it's not perfect, I think, is the PlayStation 4. Because I'm just like, oh, that's a bit of a rough texture. Is it just, oh no, there it goes, there it loads, there it pops in. Oh my God. My camera was right up onto this wall, and then it popped in. I'm like, okay. And so every now and then I'll stop and I'll look at a texture and I'll wait for it to pop in, and it doesn't. And I realize, oh no, that's the texture.
Some of them just aren't finished, I guess.
Some of them look very rough. And I mean, the place where I'm noticing it the most is a place called the Slums, right?
Yeah.
And so it's a lot of gray, disused metal being repurposed for something, right?
Yep.
Specifically, this hotel that you stay at, the door looks so low render, like low resolution rendered. I was like
you can see the pixels.
Kind of. You know how original Halo, right before the remaster, it just kind of everything looked like gray concrete that's been spray painted.
Totally. Yep.
It looked like that, right? But Xbox One level resolutions and texturing, right?
Yeah, gotcha.
On a PlayStation 4 game. And I was like, oh, that's a bit rough. But I guess you don't really look at it all that much. It's just on one door. How many times am I going to go into this room? There was like a 5-minute cutscene where that door was like right up in your face. I'm like,
You're just like staring at it.
yeah, it's in like the background. And I'm like, it still doesn't fit. The lighting in this room is amazing for a PlayStation. And the door is just taking me out of it.
Yeah. Okay. So it's not intentional, is what you're saying. You don't think? Like, they weren't like, this is how we intend this to go. They just didn't have time, or something happened.
No, I assume they had time, right? Because they delayed it a couple times, and it's, been 5 years in the making. So I hope they had time.
You think so?
But I think it's just like limitations on the hardware, right? Not everything can look amazing, especially when you're trying to run it on like a 4K TV.
Do you think the TV resolution has something to do with it?
Well, if the console has to export it at that resolution, and it's trying to, because Sony and Microsoft both went through big pushes to be like, hey, look, our consoles are 4K ready. They can do 4K 30, right? And so they're trying, but, developers who want to have, really good-looking games, for a lot of it, have to find ways to cut corners in the amount of stuff that they can load on screen.
If you're going to cut corners, like, maybe don't cut corners where there's a big texture visible for a 5-minute cutscene, right?
Yeah,
so that's
true.
Strange.
But,
it's one thing if you're just really hyper-focused on this one thing that's in the corner of a room for 45 seconds. You're like, aha, this is garbage. But it's another thing where it's kind of front and center,
Yeah, it could just maybe being picky as well. Like, honestly, apart from that 5-minute cutscene, there's not a whole lot else you're doing there. Every now and then you go back to, like, sleep or whatever, and you go through the door. But other than that, you're not really looking at it. And every now and then, I don't really find a lot of other textures that are worse than that. Unless I'm, like, zoomed in at something on, like, that's crammed between two buildings. That's just kind of like dead space. I'm like, okay, they didn't really polish the dead space between two buildings where you can't walk or do anything, and there's no characters, nothing to look at, right?
Yeah,
those places I don't mind it.
Right.
Like, something's got to be given.
All right.
I am enjoying it thoroughly. There are a lot of cats in Midgar.
They're not spaying and neutering their animals.
No,
definitely not.
Like I walked down an alley and I counted like 16 of them.
Oh my gosh, that's
so
overpopulation of cats.
Yeah, and it's strange. They just keep popping up in missions and stuff as well. Like, one of the first side missions you get is, hey, wander around this new town that you've been led into and find all these lost cats for this little girl. And it's like, okay. And as I've been walking around, I saw a couple of cats, and I was like, oh, is that it? No, I'm looking for specific cats. But they had different models for, like, different cats. But the ones in the quest were all the same model. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then later, at the end of a mission, not even at the end of the mission, during the mission, one of the characters stops to just pet some cats. Like, you're walking to a location while they're talking, and he just stops to pet some cats.
Yeah.
And there's like 4 cats hanging out on a roof somewhere. And this isn't even in the slums. This is in like the nice city.
Just got a lot of cats. They know what the gamers like, man.
Yeah, but at the end of that level, you do a thing, you get back to the slums, and he's like, yeah, come on, we'll go around and see if everyone's okay. And, like, while he walks to his house. He gets to his house, he has 3 identical cats called Biggie, Reggie, and Smalls.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yes.
Huh. So details, interesting, fun. How's the gameplay? Did they change the gameplay at all from the original?
Significantly.
Okay. So what'd they do?
Yeah. Well, for one, combat is no longer turn-based.
Right. I think we talked about that.
So it plays kind of not hack and slashy exactly, but kind of hack and slashy. I don't know how else to describe the combat. Like you swing your sword, you hit things, and you build up its stagger meter, and then it gets vulnerable.
Can you miss?
Then what? Yeah, if you don't walk close enough to him, yeah.
Okay, so.
Yep.
So it's kind of like a Spider-Man game almost, right? Like the Spider-Man for PS4 where you run around, you're doing moves, you can miss.
Yeah,
connect,
but that's that. Okay, so it's hack and slashy, but it's not combo focused per se.
Okay, simple.
So you have an ATB bar that fills that allows you to execute just powerful commands. So one slot you can use Braver, which used to be a limit break in the turn-based system, right?
Yeah.
So it's just extra powerful attacks, and as you get different weapons, you can complete like a mastery on those weapons to gain their special ability permanently with whatever weapon you want to use at the time. Otherwise, it's locked to that weapon until you unlock it. And so you get different powerful moves, but you just have to like let that bar fill up by hitting stuff or just waiting.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it is fun. It's good combat. I don't know, because the original had a materia system that tied magic to your weapons. Like you had 2 slots on your first sword, and in this game you have 2 slots on your first sword. But some of the materia I'm getting now, I normally wouldn't get till much later in the game, right? Like 20-30 hours in the original. And I've got it now, so I'm like, what are they going to do when they make the rest of the game? Like, what am I going to get at those later stages? Because they've clearly wanted to add lots of things that the fans love and no one love, right? Like summon materia. Normally in this part of the game, I don't think you get any summons, right? But I've already got one, and the bonus like pre-order DLC was like 3 more, which weren't even in the original game.
So they're kind of all over the place with what's available.
Yeah,
stuff you would expect to be available isn't, and other stuff is, and it's kind of.
Yeah, it's just they wanted to add in more stuff, and like they've done the similar stuff narratively. In the original game, you play as Cloud as a merc working for a eco-terrorist group called Avalanche.
Classic, right?
Right. And you kind of just, as I played Final Fantasy VII when I was like 9, right? Maybe even younger. Probably like 7. I remember like writing, like we had like a school report, like, what did you do on the weekend? I was like, I played Final Fantasy, it was great. And the teacher was like, you need to write more. So I just went into explaining what happened in the first 5 minutes. But basically, when I was playing it, and I've replayed it since, I just kind of, in the original, you just buy into the premise of what these people are saying, that this big evil company, Shinra, is draining the life of all its life to make Mako and turn it into electricity. And I was replaying this, well, not replaying, but starting this one, and I was like, why would the player just buy into that and believe that premise? And I'm like, oh, they don't think we should have, because a lot of information that confirms those theories that you're being told happens later in the game, right? You go to a place called Cosmo Canyon, and there's a guy who gives like a theory and presentation and scientific evidence for, yes, this is literally happening, right? Other than the obvious visual effects you can already see, like the reactors are sucking all the life out of the ground, and the ground around the reactors is all dead, right? So we're shown that it's real, but we won't like confirmed until later. But everyone in the slums now is just spouting all the theory. Yeah. They're like, oh yes, when people die they return to the live stream. But it was like, no, the live stream is supposed to be like a reveal later that all this is actually happening, is something that happens later. But here it's just common knowledge to people who before had no idea.
So it's just weird, like story meddling for no reason.
Well, it's meddling so that people buy in and can connect with the eco-terrorists. Because if we're just told, oh, these people are bombing cities for maybe good reason, maybe not, people might not relate to them very well. But
Yeah.
if we get other people in the city being like, oh, yeah, these people are like the terrorists are maybe doing the good thing here, players will connect and relate.
So they took it
New
from
players.
a morally gray, like, oh, are these really good guys thing to making it just totally black and white.
Essentially, yeah.
That bothers me. Hey, remember this thing you played as a kid where we had a morally gray situation? Now that you're an adult, it's black and white. You're the good guys. That's annoying.
Well, here's the thing. They did make that morally annoying, that annoying, but they ramped up the negative consequences of what you're doing. In the original, this is spoiler for like the first hour of the remake, but you blow up a maker reactor, and the president of Shinra, who's secretly been looking for a way to, kind of ramp up their control on the city and all that, and maybe crush some people that are living in the slums. They look at your bomb go off and go, wasn't really enough, and then they like manually override the reactor and blow it up, like
Dang.
causing mass damage. Like the explosion that you would have done would have knocked it offline, but what it ends up exploding and people are dying, like buildings are on fire, there's full panic in the streets, and you have to walk back through that, and there's all these people crying. Normally all that's not there. Normally people were running afraid because the reactor blew up, and you're not explicitly told in the original, I think, at the start at the very least, that the reactor, your bomb didn't really do this, that Shinra had some help. So that's new. But you don't get a good sense of, oh, we just ruined thousands of people's lives, probably.
Right.
And so now you get that maybe you're more morally certain that doing this is right, but what you've done is really bad anyway.
Okay, so that's a change too.
Yep.
I just can't imagine like how much of an uproar there would be if the remaster of StarCraft Brood War like majorly changed elements of the story. I think people would have firebombed Blizzard's headquarters.
Well, that's because it's not. They very specifically avoided the word remaster.
Remake.
Right.
Yeah, they didn't say remake, it's
remake.
remaster. Right, that's true.
It's remake. Like, they're very explicitly told, like, things are going to be very different, because this is, like, a reimagining of how the story should play.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's cool, I guess. So nothing you've been outraged about then?
No. The only thing I've been outraged about is because I think the game isn't officially out yet as a recording.
Right.
Square Enix is blocking Sony's share function because I tried to take a screenshot of all the cats and share it to Twitter, and they were like, no, you can't do that.
Okay, at that point, you just take a picture of the screen and put it on Twitter anyway and say, screw you, Sony.
I mean, yes, I wanted to, but at the same time, I don't know. It's like that I'm above taking a photo of the screen. Like that's I see those on Reddit, and I'm like, really, like, congratulations, you got some monsters, but take a screenshot.
I know, but if you make it clear, I literally can't share this through the software because they don't let me. Here's a picture with my phone.
Right.
People think you're less dumb.
Here's the thing. On April 11th, if they're still blocking it, then I'll do that.
All right, deal.
Yeah.
That's so weird to me. Have they done that with other games? That they've released in one region but not another, and then been like, no, you can't share this on social media because reasons.
Well, they assume that if they allow it, people share spoilers, which I understand.
Well, that's not going to stop people from sharing spoilers. Sorry.
No, but it's an attempt to limit it. I see their point, but I think it's dumb because some of the trailers they put out spoil most of the story anyway.
Right. It's so weird they'd be that concerned about spoilers. Just release the game everywhere. It's a digital download. It's not like, we don't have enough copies to ship it worldwide right now. Just open the door. It's not hard.
Actually, technically true. Some of the physical copies are going to be delayed because of the virus.
Right. So that's annoying.
So some people aren't getting it and might be annoyed at spoilers, I guess.
That's fair. But I'm just talking about the method of gating digital distribution anyway. Mm-hmm. Why? I mean, it's the same. I guess it's the same reason that they release movies earlier than in some countries than in other places. I don't get it. I don't know why some movies release earlier in the U.S. and some release earlier in the U.K. It's like, can we just have it come out on the same day so people don't have to worry about spoilers? Is that too much to ask?
Who knows?
Yes, it is. Because otherwise they would do it. Anyway,
there's gotta be a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so at least this portion of the remake is cool. The other more physical aspect of it is being okay. Here's what I don't get. It got digitally released in Australia before it was released.
It got physically released in Australia. The discs are available, but if you were to pre-order it on PlayStation, it wouldn't unlock for another 3 days.
How do you have it?
I have a physical version.
That requires additional downloading on day one because that's how it works.
Nope. That was the install disc. The picture that I shared is
that was an install. Content. I thought that was a download. Oh, okay.
No.
All right. An install then. Cool. All right. So anyway, they released it in Australia.
And some parts of Europe. Also, not intentionally, it just broke street. Right.
Wait, what?
Yeah, like it's not supposed to be out. That's why people who have digital downloads have to wait, even here, because it's not supposed to be out. But some retailers started shipping copies early if you pre-ordered it online.
Well, sure, they can ship it. Ship it to people directly to their home early.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then when that starts happening, the retailers here generally just go, okay, if you have an order and you wanted to pick it up in store, they just give it to you anyway, right? Like, come in and pick it up early. And then if they're doing that, they're like, fucking put on the shelves.
So what you're saying is, if you want to be a hero retailer, just accidentally send out early copies of games, and then everyone will get it early, and you'll be a hero.
Only in your country. And then Square Enix will block sharing online, so you can't send screenshots from the game to people on Twitter.
That's totally worth it. Right? You're glad that you're playing it early. You're totally willing to sacrifice Twitter sharing for that.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I am. But at the same time, I've been waiting 18 years for this game. I think I could have waited 4 more days.
Maybe.
If I had to.
Your brain could have exploded.
It could have.
That happens when people wait too much.
It's true.
Okay, so I thought it was just a release schedule. I thought they were just like, and Australia gets it first, and then everyone else can eat dirt.
No, because it's been out since like the 2nd of April. It's been out for a while here now, because that's how early people were getting copies.
But what was the official release date?
The 10th.
So that was a worldwide release date?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, and like people online are still mad. They're just like, look, people who have their physical games coming can still wait, but at least let us with the digital downloads play it now, because you can just unlock it.
Right. It's easy for you.
Right.
Don't be stupid. Right.
I even saw some people on Twitter being like, oh man, my game's been delayed. It says it's not going to be here till the 11th. Square Enix should give me a code so I can just play it on a digital copy now. It's like they're not going to give you a free copy of the game because yours is going to be a day late.
They're probably not going to do that, no.
Probably not.
No.
Some people.
All right. So for a while now, we have had the super deluxe pre-order edition of Final Fantasy VII Remake shipping to my house because it could not be shipped to your house.
Correct.
Has that been the case since we set that up, or did they change it at all, or could you still not do that as of like 2 weeks ago?
No, I still can't do that because they literally weren't selling those versions in Australia.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
bonkers.
Yes.
Maybe that's why. Maybe Australian retailers are like, screw you guys. We wanted the fancy pre-order version. If you're not going to give it to us, we're just going to send it to the people for early. Take that.
I mean, it's certainly possible.
Yeah.
I doubt it, but it's certainly possible.
Why?
Because
Spite, man.
Probably a great way. Spite, yeah. But what happens when the publisher turns around and goes, you know what? You're not going to stock our next game, though.
Spite. Spite is not logical. Spite is, you hurt me, I'm going to hurt you. And you don't really think about, can you hurt me again in a different way?
Fair. But, I don't know. I feel like, who knows, maybe.
I like my theory.
I like it too, I just don't think it fits.
Assuming people are logical, that's the problem.
It's true.
Yeah. That's crazy to me. Like, is there a list of countries that they wouldn't send the fancy pre-order stuff to?
I don't think it's written anywhere, but given that the Square Enix site was like, you can pre-order this in NA or Europe. That is it.
It's everything but NA and Europe. And I'm assuming Japan got it. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Japan probably got it and like something way cooler as well, because it's from Japan.
All right. So hold on. What about, like, I don't know, Korea? Like, Singapore? Do they care about those nations? We don't know.
I have no clue.
I need to figure this out.
All I know is that when I tried to buy it from either NA or Europe and I put an Australian address, it was like, cannot ship there, not happening.
You should have just tried putting different countries in to figure it out.
I did. I put in an American address and it worked. I figured it out.
You know what's great? I can still pre-order it. They have the standard edition, the deluxe edition, and the first class edition.
Yeah.
I need to see... Whatever. I'll figure it out. That's just so weird to me that they just completely exclude countries from being able to get this at all. I wonder if there's other games that have done this. Wait, you would know. Have other games done this?
Yes.
Like what?
Off the top of my head, I don't know. I don't remember. But I remember, because I used to pre-order games more often, like EB Games, they'd be like, yeah, we might be getting the Fallout 4 Collector's Edition stuff that got announced. If we do, it'll be like one copy per store or something. Like, sometimes that would be their allocation.
Oh my god. That's worse than none. It's like, hey, everyone, fight over this.
I don't think it was like one. I think at the time my local EB got 10 of the Fallout 4 Collector's Edition.
Wow.
Yeah, but I mean, at least Australia did technically get them because you could just go to another store and try your luck there.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Depending on how popular it is in your part of the country, though, might be hard to find.
Yeah.
I mean,
but yeah, this has definitely happened before.
Okay. They just hate you guys. It's cool.
I mean, it works the other way as well sometimes too. I'm pretty sure one of the games I got was called Catherine, and it had a really cool Australia edition. Well, it wasn't called the Australia edition, but the Australia's got a cool edition, and America didn't. They just got a game. Our one came with like a box, and it had like a shirt in it, and like some stickers, and like an art book, I think.
Was it about the Queen? Is it because you're a Commonwealth?
No.
Oh.
It was a Japanese game.
Oh. Okay.
It was about a guy who has a girlfriend, and then while he's at the bar, he meets another girl called Catherine, who's maybe psycho manipulating him through his dreams, and when he's dreaming, he has to climb like a Tower of Babel by pulling out blocks and trying to get... It was a puzzle game.
Got it.
But
Catherine.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good game. I was terrible at the puzzle game, but
yeah,
it was really good.
Wow, good times. I'm really sad we didn't get the extra special pre-order edition.
You should be.
Huh. All right. Well, anyway, you're playing the game. The other fancy stuff is being shipped to my house, which then I will ship all the way across the world to Somicron. And boy, I hope all those steps happen, because there's a lot of steps, a lot of miles traveled.
It is a lot of miles traveled. Yeah.
And in case you're wondering, somebody's already spoken for the actual physical copy of the game, because Somicron doesn't need it.
It's true. I do not need the physical disc out of that box.
But we already set it up with somebody on the Discord server who's cool. So if you're asking for it, no.
It's too bad. Go find your own.
Yeah, go get your own copy.
Yep.
Excellent. All right. Well, good. I'm glad they didn't screw it up. Sounds like you're generally satisfied with the game and can't stop playing it, so that's a good sign. Yeah.
Yep.
How is your quarantine stuff going? I mean, you
no
going
idea.
to work.
Yeah, I am going to work.
Do you have roommates?
Still. I have a roommate. Well, I have two. Yeah. What about them? Like, they're both going to work.
They're both going to work. Okay.
Yeah, one of them works for the same company I do, and the other one's a metal fab I talked about last week.
Yes, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So no one that you live is quarantined, or live with is quarantined. Cool.
It's true. Don't come here if you want to get the virus, because it'll happen eventually.
Yeah.
To all the people we're meeting. Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. It's so funny because everybody generally agrees that old people are more susceptible to this and can die of it, but the old people do not care. Like, there are a bunch of supermarket places here that set up these kind of early morning, elderly only hours, right? But from what I've heard,
between 7 and 8. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But from what I've heard, like, the old people don't care. Like, sure, some of them will come during that time, but the rest of the day is also filled with old people. So it's like you just reach a certain age and you're just like, I don't care. If I'm gonna die of this, I'm gonna die of this. I'm old.
I mean, I assume some people hold that opinion. Yes.
Yeah. Not everyone, but enough. That
Either that, or it's like, well, I might die if I go to the supermarket, or I might die if I don't go and get some food.
Well, no.
Right?
Well, sure. But I mean, at least here there's delivery pickup and delivery drop off, and you can get food without leaving your house. It's 2020. The future has arrived.
I mean, sure, the future has arrived, but old people are old and can't work technology.
That's true.
Like,
I bet if you
there's
called, they'd be like, we can work this out. Right? They wouldn't be like, no, use the app. If you don't use the app, we can't help you.
Who would they call, right?
What do you mean, who would they call? The supermarket. Hey, honey. Hey there, sonny. I want my groceries delivered. And then the person on the other end of the line would be like, oh, yes, sir, we can help you with that. What's your address? Give us your credit card.
No, that's not how that works at all.
They wouldn't. What do you mean? Sure they would.
No, because you call a store, you get the service desk. That's like returns and stuff. That's not placing orders. They have no system set up to take an online order over the phone. It's all online here.
I'm just saying, if somebody old called and was like, I'm afraid of the Rona, they would be helped. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe.
No. You guys are heartless bastards. You're like, look, old man, figure out the online, and then you hang up on them.
Tell you what, you can do an old man voice pretty well. You go call your local Walmart and see if they'll ship you a TV or whatever. Yeah. Right? And your groceries. Try it. Do it. I dare you.
All right, deal. I'll call him later.
Good.
I'm glad. So that's it. I'm just saying, you don't have to go to the store if you're an old person. You choose to go to the store.
It's true.
Okay.
Yeah. We've started putting customer limits on the store. Like, we have to have someone at the front with like a tracker. I mean, like, how many people are in the store right now?
Oh, yeah. Like what the fire marshal does here for total number of people allowed in a building at any given time. But you have your own self-imposed limits.
I believe so.
Do lines form, like outside?
Yep.
Amazing.
Because people line up, like anywhere between half an hour and an hour before the store even opens to start like queuing already. So obviously lines are gonna keep forming.
They can
hoard
limit
stuff. How many can come in?
I see how it is.
Probably.
Yeah. The annoying thing to me is just toilet paper. All right, we've talked about this. Just like, look, people, we would be fine if everybody just bought the normal amount of toilet paper. But enough people freak out and think, I'm never going to be able to buy toilet paper again. I'd better get 8 different packs. That it screws over everybody else. It's dumb. Okay, that's it.
Yes,
you guys,
that has been like...
I know.
Yeah.
It's just, I imagine eventually it's going to stop. People will be like, there's been toilet paper at the store. Well, actually, no. I guess it's just a rolling thing, huh? Right? Because, like, the people at first were dumb. But then there are normal people who haven't been able to buy toilet paper for 6 weeks now. And are like, it's getting desperate. And then if they see it, they're going to buy 4 packs. Because they're like, I don't know when it's going to happen again. It's perpetuating.
Well, now we have limits on how many you can buy. So if you come into the store, you can only buy 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What if you try to get 2? Does somebody tackle you?
Well, no, because I have staff handing them out. All right, it's like here's our entire supply of toilet paper on a pallet.
Is it like
you get 1, move along?
Is it like behind locked glass?
No, but the first day we were doing this, we had police show up to help. Just be like, stay, nobody get out of line.
Wow, that's so dumb. People are so stupid.
We made it to the newspaper as well.
Because the cops showed up?
Yeah. There was a little article on and a video on I think it was ABC's Facebook page or something.
Ooh, there was a video somebody posted the other day of this guy coming out of a supermarket with like just a cart full of toilet paper and stuff.
Oh, really?
And a fight starts. It's in Idaho. I need to find this video real quick. It is amazing. Here you go. Twin Falls, Idaho. No. Where's the video? The person just talking about it. No. I need the video, actually. So that's fantastic. I can kind of see it. Like, I'm not someone who's going to start a physical confrontation, but like, if I was, it'd be over something like this.
Over toilet paper? Really?
Over toilet paper. Or I guess maybe if I saw somebody abducting a kid. I don't know. Something like that.
Mm-hmm. I'd hope you'd do something there.
Yeah, good call.
So this was like captured on a dash cam?
Yeah. Someone was just like driving through and is like, oh, this is interesting. You see that cart? That is loaded.
It's a 2-minute video. Let's just start skipping through.
Yeah, you're fine. It's not that long, but I guess 2 minutes of silence while Omicron
Oh my
watches
god.
the video. Yeah, they're going at it, huh?
Yeah. So you step out of your what do you shop at? HPE or something? All right.
Oh, Walmart, just like this. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So you step out of Walmart, you see a guy pushing a trolley load with 8 24 packs of toilet paper. Do you go and punch him? Right?
No.
No, you don't. What if he's got 2 trolley loads?
Man, I'd be impressed he was pushing both of them, to be honest. First, admire it, and then I'd be like, wait,
pushing one, pulling the other.
Yeah.
Pushing one, pulling the other. Yeah.
That's still hard to manage, but yeah, I wouldn't say anything.
You would just
I would
shake your head, walk in, and then be like, "There's none in here."
And be like, why didn't store security say anything? Why aren't there cops here like in Omicron's grocery store?
There's a video of it somewhere.
How about masks? You guys wearing masks?
Staff are not. Plenty of customers are.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. Oh, yep. Here's the video of my store.
Oh, police.
Yeah, someone took this on their phone in vertical.
It's not vertical.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, the thumbnail's not, but the video is.
So just behind where the police are standing is the bakery, and I'm there. I was working at that time.
Oh, hey, you're almost famous.
Almost. What's even better is I was like, that's interesting. I bet that's noteworthy. I went to my locker, I got my helmet dash cam, and I actually have 15 minutes of footage of this.
Yeah.
From inside the bakery on top of the oven is where I put it to hide it because I'm not supposed to be recording customers and stuff. But so I have 15 minutes of this, and then this 30-second clip was shown on the news, and I was like, man, imagine what they would have done if they'd known they could have had 15 minutes of footage.
They would have not known what to do. What's funny is it's like a 10-second clip looped 3 times or 4 times.
Yes.
Because I was like, are they just using the same cadence every time they hand somebody a thing of toilet paper? Like robots? And I was like, oh no, they're looping. Got it.
Yeah.
It's like 7 seconds looped 5 times.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. That's hilarious. It's like it's a 34, whatever. Like someone's going to click on if it's 34 seconds, but not if it's 10 seconds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. Fine.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, I mean, the mask thing's interesting because, I don't know, I'm hearing different stuff. Like, I hear only specific types of masks are built in a specific way to handle something as small as a virus like this.
Mm-hmm. Right.
A lot of masks are just for, particulates in the air that are huge, and regular masks can totally deal with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, it sounds like those kind of masks are in short supply no matter where you are, and there's stories of, Trump preventing masks produced in the U.S. from being shipped elsewhere, and the companies are like, 2 thumbs or 2 middle fingers up, screw you. That's been exciting. So
Always a fun time.
Yeah. So I don't think I could get one, even if I tried, and I haven't tried. But I don't know. I'm worried if I do go out and people are like, "You're not wearing a mask. He doesn't care about people's safety." It's like, look, I don't have access to one that makes any difference anyway. Saw a picture of a dude in full scuba gear at the store today. Gotta send you that one.
Oh man,
like
commitment,
tank and everything. Oh, it's posted on Reddit.
Makes sense.
Yeah, everything should just be posted on Reddit for convenience.
It's true. Yeah.
There's that.
I discovered a new subreddit today.
Yeah.
Full Scorpion.
Oh yeah, it's a good one.
That's painful.
Yeah. Yes, it's good if you're into watching people in pain, which sometimes you are. I do worry every time it happens, someone's just going to break their neck. Like, that's the end.
Yeah. I assume every single one of those videos ends with that person being rushed to the ER and being told, you have no spine now.
Yeah, totally.
All right? Like, you have a Jenga set in your back.
Congratulations.
That is a full scuba suit.
It is.
So, for sure.
It's legit.
Yep. I gotta imagine that's way more uncomfortable than it is necessary.
Oh, for sure. It was for the karma, which unfortunately this only has like 60 upvotes. I don't know. It's probably been cross-posted a million times. So
probably.
I don't imagine that's the only copy of that photo on Reddit, but yeah, I thought that was pretty fantastic.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Another funny thing, this showed up on my school's Facebook page. It's like parents and students and faculty can post different things. And this is basically somebody's mom or dad or whatever, parental figure, being mad about new math. Being like, look, here's the problem. Here's how my kid was taught how to solve it, and it's stupid. So here's the way that I learned how to do it. Hashtag, I don't have time to learn new things.
Okay.
I thought it was great. It's a fair point.
Yep.
Like, look, some of us are still working. Like, I'm still working an 8-hour day. It's hard for me to be out there like, hey, let me spend 2 hours with you on your homework today, kids.
I mean, I'm just reading like the new math version.
Yeah.
I'm like, because I've never seen
Trying to
this.
figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's because it's
I
new.
mean, it makes sense, but
is it better?
Like, without someone to, I don't think either system is particularly better than the other.
Right. So why don't we choose the same one? I don't get it. It's like if you're trying to just do math, like napkin math, right? One of them takes up a lot less space than the other one does. So I think that is better.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
Just more compact.
I don't know. Everyone's got a calculator in their pocket.
That is very true. Why are we teaching kids like big old multiplication problems?
It's true.
Everyone's going to live. Like, by the time those kids are adults, they're going to have calculators in their brains, not in their pockets. They're just going to have, they just think of the math problem and then the answer appears before their eyes. It's going to be great.
I mean, that's kind of how regular people do math problems. They just think of it and the answer appears.
No, they have to go through the steps. You don't think of 312 times 23 and be like, oh, the answer, of course. Come on.
No, but people can work through it in the steps.
Yeah.
That's like a calculator, but much, much slower. It's doing the same thing.
Yeah. I'm just saying, eventually we will have little implants on our heads where we can Google search anything, including the answers to math problems. And Wolfram Alpha will be in our heads. And if we ever have to do trigonometry on the fly in our adult lives, we just think of it and the answer will come.
You're right. If like, we'll have like, we'll be wearing contact lenses, and if we have to figure out how much volume is that swimming pool, like, it'll just do the calculations for us.
Yeah. You just look at it and just think volume, and it's like 8,000 whatever's square volumes.
Square volume.
Square volumes. I don't know, man. I don't have a brain anymore. Man, this working from home thing sucks. Because it used to be I would leave work at 5 or 5:30 and not think about work until I came back in the morning.
Now you're thinking about it all the time.
Well, now it's like I had to get Microsoft Teams on my phone because and it's whatever. I'm just more reachable now. So people at 5:45 can be like, "Hey, can you run this quick test?" And I'm like, "Ah, crap, I saw it," and they know that I saw it.
Read receipts.
Yes.
That sucks.
I need to put my foot down harder. Just completely log out of everything at 5 and just be like, "Oh, no, I didn't see. If you want to contact me, text me or call me. It's really important."
I mean, do you feel like you're putting in an equivalent amount of work throughout the 9 to 5 time though that you would if you had gone into work?
Yeah. I might be even busier now. Like a couple things have come up that are really requiring a lot of my time.
Oh, okay.
So I might have been busier on the average day for the last 3 weeks than I have been at like the last 2 months at work, honestly.
Okay.
Yep.
Then yeah, definitely put your foot down. Just be like, nope, it's 5:30. Piss off.
I mean, not even that. Like, just disconnect. Gone. Done. And then I'll come in the morning and be like, somebody messaged me at 5:56. Too bad. I'm here now.
Too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Hopefully that'll slow down, but I can see more stuff on the horizon, so. And, like, here's the thing about my company. They will never announce layoffs under any circumstances. We have had, like, 4 or 5 different rounds since I've been working for them, and they never announce them at all. And it's always grapevine. It's always like, "Oh, hey, did you hear about this?" I'm like, "Wait, what?" It's always word of mouth.
That's worrying.
So it's hard to do word of mouth when everyone's not at work, right? There's just less opportunity for it. So yeah, like I thought the company was doing pretty great. I figured sales were probably slowed down a little bit, but not too bad. But yeah, apparently they had basically another round. Not huge. I think it was like 15 people.
Ugh.
But yeah, I was like, "Oh, all right, fantastic."
Find out who those 15 people are and see if you can take their office chair. And that way you've just permanently got one.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh
man.
Did you just ordered one though?
I did.
Did that turn up yet?
No.
No.
I mean,
it was like 2 weeks ago.
I don't really need it until I go back to work, which is who knows how long.
Right, but now there's 15 chairs that no one's going to be using. Cancel your order. Go take one.
Oh man, just go take a bunch and sell them.
You could do that
Corporate
as well.
theft is the best. All the cool kids do that stuff.
It's true.
You're not going to do that. In case any attorneys are listening, we know some of those.
Yeah. Oh. So we're running pretty close to time.
Yeah, we are.
Due to a listener request, I have a list of words that you need to try and pronounce.
Yes, I forgot we were going to do this. Okay, ready. I'm ready as I'll ever be, which is unprepared, which is the idea.
So I'm just gonna pick one, and we'll do one every week. I feel.
Oh, all right.
Because otherwise, I'm gonna have to sit here and type like 15 words.
I mean, you could do
maybe we'll do a couple.
2. Yeah, all right.
All right. So I'm gonna type the first one. I already misspelled it, so that's great.
That's a good start. Rollicking beginning.
This is a real place in Australia. Feel free to pronounce that.
Oh my gosh. Woolloomooloo.
Nailed it.
Yes! This game is way better than I thought it was going to be. That's a great name, by the way. Where is that?
It's near Sydney.
Okay. It's like a small town?
No.
Oh. Woolloomooloo, an inner suburb of Sydney. Ah, okay. Population, 4,000 people. So, I mean, by itself, not huge.
No, not by itself. But yeah, that's how I spelled it.
Ooh, it's on the ocean. Oodnadatta.
Unandara. Very good.
Thank you.
Nailing these.
So here's the trick.
This
I've
one.
been reading weird StarCraft player names for like 5 years now. It's practice. I mean, if that's not Mo, I don't know what it is.
That is not Moe.
Moe. Moe.
Yep.
Is it? Moe?
Yeah, Moe.
Moe. So there should be a Y on the end if it's Moe. So it'd be like Joey, right?
Nope.
English.
You can have Joey spelled Joe.
Can you?
Uh-huh.
What's a baby kangaroo called?
Joey.
With a Y?
Yeah.
Consistency! Take that, Australia. It's just English. English in general has a problem with this. Coober Petty.
No.
Dang it. Coober, I mean, we're going to put these in the show notes, right? And people will be like, Falcon was right. It is Coober Petty.
They will definitely be in the show notes.
Okay. I mean, I don't know how else to pronounce that, honestly.
Cooper Petey.
Petey. Ah, yes. The one E sound. Like we've been doing with Moe. I see what's happening here. See, it... Petey. Behold, the spelling of Petey. P-E-E-D-Y.
That is how that is spelled.
Okay. So we figured out an Australian rule. If they want to make an E sound, they use one E. Always. Got it?
It's true. And then this will be our last one.
Okay. That looks like Southeast Asian. Like,
Sure.
I'm going to go with Nyengen.
No.
Rats. Nyengen?
No. Is that your final answer? Do you have nothing more?
That's it. That's all I have.
Ningen.
Ningen. Is that not what I said first?
No, I think you said like Nigen.
What did I say second time?
Nigen.
Is it the same thing twice?
It sounded very similar to me, and neither looked correct. Well, neither sounded correct.
Okay. So Ningen.
Yeah. Ningen.
Fair enough. Yeah, I don't think I said that. Reasonable. I think I did pretty good on that test.
You did quite well.
Excellent. I do think it is just from having to pronounce really stupid StarCraft player names forever. It gives you the skills and the muscles to do that kind of stuff.
For sure.
Yeah. Different languages and anyway, cool.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Great. All right, well, is that it from us then?
I believe so.
Excellent. Okay, well, thanks for listening, everybody. Appreciate you spending your time with us, especially during this interesting and weird time. Stay safe, stay healthy, check out the store and the Patreon page. And until next time, as always, thanks for hanging out. And you take care of yourself.